You can also listen to us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/theclockcleaners.
Hello and welcome to the Clock Cleaners Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Keith.
And today we'll be recapping Smackdown from June 27th.
Yes. So, this was another episode of Smackdown.
It was Smackdown, all right.
That's for sure.
Well, you can tell by the lack of wrestling.
There was some wrestling.
Not much.
Every match was announced last week.
Yeah, there's no surprises.
No,
literally. Yeah. 1, 2,
3.
Yep, that's right. 3 matches.
Yeah.
No, 4.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
very, very short.
Well, no, it wasn't short. There's plenty of things going on. It's just not a whole lot of wrestling.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, so the show starts with a recap of last week.
Yep. Well, and Money in the Bank, which I guess technically was last week, so it could be thrown in there.
They do the show like little clips,
right?
Whatever.
It was basically the women's.
Yeah, which is the main story.
Yes,
that they're going.
And speaking of which, the women main evented all 3 shows this week. Well, NXT hasn't premiered yet. Yes, Raw was the Gauntlet. SmackDown was the Women's Money in the Bank Part 2, and NXT was Nikki Cross
versus Asuka.
Last woman standing match. Yes, so progress. I guess.
Considering how terrible they've been doing with it lately, I guess they're trying to reinvigorate it.
Yeah. Well,
the last couple months have been horrible.
Raw was just crap.
Yeah.
And then they finally started reconfiguring the rosters, and they have a stronger roster now.
Yeah. And
SmackDown, it was just everything was jumbled because you had such differences in talent, I guess you would say. You just had high-end talent and then talent that's green.
Well, yeah.
And Tamina.
It's true. She's there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Daniel Bryan comes out to open the show.
Yes.
Basically hyping the women's match for tonight, which, I don't know how excited you really can get when it's...
I don't know. I like Money in the Bank matches.
Oh, yeah. No, it was good. It was basically the same set that was Money in the Bank, right? They had the ladders all set up.
They just put all the ladders out. That's really
which is all Money in the Bank was.
Yeah. Well, they have, different, signage and stuff, but the concept is the same, yes.
So Carmella comes out, and she has another strong promo here.
Yeah.
So she really had a lot of intensity in her promo, and she seems, not that she didn't seem uncomfortable on the mic, but she seems so much more comfortable now. Yeah.
Well, she's actually getting some, real screen time.
Yeah. And I guess it was what we talked about with Enzo and Cass, where it was kind of heartfelt, it was coming from,
Yeah, well, she felt she was actually, cheated because there was no rules in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah. So basically she repeated what she had said last week. And then Ellsworth gets on the mic, and...
you make me sick.
Yeah. He basically called Daniel Bryan a puppet and said that the crowd controlled him.
Yeah, well, because Daniel Bryan asked the crowd if they wanted to give the briefcase back to Carmella or have another Money in the Bank match.
Which
was a pretty obvious
thing. And then this is when he starts getting, I guess intense would be the word, I don't know, for James Ellsworth. But he called Daniel Bryan a gutless, spineless coward and with no grapefruits to cut it in the ring anymore. Which was pretty...
that's mean.
Yeah. I mean,
that's really mean.
He's not the Miz here.
Yeah. That and the fact that Daniel Bryan probably snapped Ellsworth's head if he actually got the chance.
And then Daniel Bryan just starts laughing and, hugs Ellsworth, and he's like, I should just fire you right now.
But all he does is kick him out of the arena.
Yeah, he banned him from the arena for the match tonight.
Yeah.
Then security comes down, and then Ellsworth starts running away, doing weird stuff, trying to jump it over the guardrail.
Yeah, but unsuccessfully jumps into it.
Yes. That was how he opened.
Nice little comedy sketch to start the show.
Well, most things with Ellsworth in it is
yeah,
comedy-driven.
pretty much.
because he's always the focal point of getting bullied or talked down. And everybody likes doing that.
It's true. It is funny when they make fun of him.
Yep.
All right. So up next we have the opportunity for a number one contendership.
Yeah.
With the
Hype
Bros
that was already earned.
Yeah. The Hype Bros are taking on the Usos, not for the title, despite the fact that the Hype Bros won that Battle Royal way back when.
Right. So this match, no one really saw a lot of it. It was mainly during the commercial break.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, I think there was some back and forth before we went to commercial. They went to commercial and they had the picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
And then they came back from commercial, and I don't even know how the match won, but the Usos ended up winning.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It was literally 5 seconds coming back from commercial, and the Usos win.
Yeah, it was very abrupt.
I was like, that's different.
And then to no one's surprise, at least not mine, the New Day came out after the match for some reason.
Well, I think they were more or less saying, "Oh wow, the Usos actually won a match without running away."
Well, yeah. But at the same time, it wasn't really prompted except for to continue their story.
Yeah.
So, but then again, that's why they do most things. So
it's true. So yeah, basically, the New Day challenges the Usos to a match at Battleground, a rematch. I guess.
Yeah. It's funny. Later on, they were talking about the rematch, and they said that the New Day exercised their right to a rematch, despite the fact that they weren't the champions.
Right. But yeah. And then the Usos basically said that they didn't want to fight him, and then they were going back and forth, and then they finally accepted and said, "All right, you get your match."
They don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, that was that. Yeah. Then we had a returning episode of the Fashion Files.
Yeah. Now
Fashion Vice Under Pressure.
I think we're gonna get a lot of spoofs of cop shows.
Oh, that's fine.
I know, it's
fantastic
because they keep on changing it up, and they're wearing like the white blazers or whatever.
And as long as the Fashion Police are featured, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
they don't need to wrestle.
It's true, and if they do every once in a while, it's nice.
Yeah, it's just an addition.
Well, because they give more in the backstage segments than they do in the ring.
Yeah, so I think that fits their characters a lot
because
their characters aren't wrestling characters.
Exactly,
they're just characters.
Yeah, like the match they had against the Usos when Tyler Breeze was the janitor. Like classic. That was good, but if they keep on doing that,
it'll get old. Yeah.
So, they should really keep with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So, they during the episode of the Fashion Files, the Fashion Police are interrogating the Ascension, accusing them of trashing their office.
Yeah.
And
so
they said that they fit the description of the piece of paper that had the
two stick figures. So I guess Tyler was supposed to be the good cop or the bad cop, and Fandango was the good cop, right?
I think we're both being good cops.
Yeah.
I want to be a good cop.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the Ascension said they didn't do it.
Yes.
And then Fandango goes and pulls out 2 tickets to Eddie Money and is like, "You sure you guys didn't do it?" And just like, "I'm going to leave these on the table here." Yeah. And I think, who was it? Connor? Connor's the bigger guy, right? I'm pretty sure Connor's, yeah. So Victor goes to kind of grab it, and Connor goes, "No, we only listen to heavy metal grindcore, remember?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, yeah." So then, they continue to deny it, and Tyler brings out some iced tea and a cheese platter, and puts it on the table,
he says something to. I think he says something to like suggest he was going to bring something else out.
Oh, okay. They put the guns, these water guns on the table.
Are you guys thirsty? Then he put the water guns on the table, and then he went to get the iced tea and the.
Yes. All right. So, basically the Ascension said they only admitted it so they can get on the Money in the Bank card, which is pretty good because it's kind of they were making it seem like they were fed up not getting screwed out of being on the card. That's basically what I was saying. So they kind of put themselves into it.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. So. I was being special.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good at that. So then we hear a loud thud, and Fandango and Breeze go to leave the room, and their office is trashed. So
did you notice what the Ascension did?
They started eating the.
No, they
they took the tickets. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I actually wrote that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they go back to the other room, and since the Ascension was with them the whole time, they couldn't have possibly been the ones who trashed their office.
It's true.
So, what do you think the long game is with this?
I mean, like I had said, maybe they're going to turn American Alpha heel. Doesn't make sense, but this is WWE.
Because they established it's not the Colognes.
Yes.
The Usos. Or the Ascension.
Or they're just going to keep running through it.
And just over and over again, just keep on cycling.
That's what it'll be. And it'll end up being the New Day. Leading to a match down at SummerSlam.
That doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it would make sense. But whatever.
Pretty much.
Whatever.
Yep.
But it was a very entertaining segment to begin. No matter what.
Yep.
So.
And like I said, it's good that the Ascension are featured too.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you don't want anyone not to be on the show.
No, but I mean, I feel like after we got the show, what the hell is it called? This YouTube special, Southpaw Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
That kind of helped Fandango and Breeze a little bit. They kind of got recognition from that. And the Ascension were good on it, too, as the Surfers.
Yeah, they occasionally make references to Chet Shetterfield.
Which they are filming more.
I figured as much.
I don't know when they're filming it, but I believe they said it was going to be out during the summer.
Well, they're probably going to film it soon.
Yeah.
If they didn't start already, because Cena's coming back.
Right.
So, and he's got to be in it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes.
To an interesting match.
Yeah, this is kind of a why.
Yeah,
I understand why. I don't understand why. But anyway, we're talking about the Women's Championship match with Naomi defending her title against Lana.
Yet again, another example of a challenger losing fair and square and not...
Well, technically, she said because Carmella came out and distracted her, that's why she lost.
That still doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying it shouldn't matter.
No, I know.
So Naomi gets attacked from behind by Lana.
Yep.
And she immediately hits her finisher, which Naomi kicks out of.
Yes, for the second time.
Yeah. And then basically, what was it? It was all Naomi after that?
Oh, I literally wrote the whole match in the notes here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Naomi kicked out, and then Lana was kind of getting angry. And then I guess they got back up, and Naomi kicked Lana in the head.
Uh-huh.
And then she put her over to the corner and hit her with a split leg and moonsault, and that was the match.
Oh, that's how she pinned her?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Because I said, yep, that's the finish.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know. Because you want to build another superstar, and you don't want to make Naomi look weak, obviously.
Right.
But, like, there's better ways to do this. Don't just throw Lana in.
No.
She'd be much better served being in the Money in the Bank match, even if she had no chance of winning it.
Yeah.
So, also, you would be better having Charlotte or Becky feud with Naomi while this is all going on, so they don't look bad by not being real contenders.
It's true.
Because Becky's been the one who was, like, almost going to win, and Charlotte's kind of just been around.
Yeah. Well, she was there to take the big spots with Natty.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, they seem to be taking the brunt of it.
Yeah, for the most part, like, anytime a woman takes a bump, it's Natalya. Almost.
She's the most experienced.
Yeah, it's just, it's funny because she's the one who takes, like, all of them.
Well, I mean, you know she's not going to win.
Well, yeah. So,
I mean,
I'm not complaining about it. I just think it's funny.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a Becky interview. Basically, she was asked her thoughts on the second Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
Which, she basically reiterated the fact that she was screwed out of the first one because she was going to get the briefcase when Ellsworth pulled. He pushed the ladder, right? And
he like lifted the ladder off and she fell over.
And but she says with Ellsworth being kicked out of the arena, she actually has a fair shot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you still thinking we're going to get a heel turn eventually?
Well, from Becky?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No. Well, because they... maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It depends on where they go with the Money in the Bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if they put her in a program with Carmella,
right,
that'd be good for Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that wouldn't be a heel turn. But that would be like the only way. You know what I mean?
Well, I think she should fight Ellsworth at SummerSlam.
That'd be okay too.
Telling you, it's gonna happen.
It's possible.
Or Battleground. Who knows?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
that'd be really
fantastic.
Fun. So yeah, but if that happened, obviously she's gonna be super face.
Yeah, no, I know.
So,
but
I don't see any situation. I think the only way she would have turned heel.
Charlotte.
Well, no, I think the only way that she would have turned heel is if she won the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, she found a way to cheat.
But that wouldn't...
It wouldn't have made sense for the story they were telling.
Right.
But that would have been the only way.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's no clear reasoning, you know what I mean? It's kind of like with the Bailey thing with her getting Extreme and Extreme Rules, and it just didn't happen. Where she was where Becky was teasing that you need to... Or nice guys don't always finish last.
Yeah, I got you.
Or first, so...
Yeah, that's it. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so up next we had an interesting segment.
This was I was a little concerned when this started.
Well, I thought this was going to be, we got Seth Rollins and Kurt Hawkins on Raw. Why not Randy Orton versus Aiden English?
Well, no, that's not even what I was thinking. Because when they cut to, I guess probably back from commercial, and Aiden English was in the ring with the spotlight on.
No, I think we got
singing.
No, because we got the Becky interview.
Yeah,
and then it went to Aiden English in the ring.
Well,
I don't think.
Way.
Well, yeah, because it was weird. Because Aiden was in the ring and he started singing, and then Orton's music played. He started walking out, and that's when we went to commercial. Because we came back and they said that Orton RKO'd Aiden English.
Okay, yeah, that was a weird time.
Right, yeah, it was just weird.
But my point was, like, at this point, AJ wasn't on TV yet.
Right.
Owens wasn't on TV yet. Nakamura wasn't on TV yet. Still don't know where Ty Dillinger is.
Oh, he wrestled the dark match against Eric Rowan.
Awesome. Yeah. Harper wasn't on TV yet.
While we're on Ty Dillinger, so I don't know if you're familiar with his show, but guy Joe Cronin does a podcast.
Sure.
And apparently he's friends with, I guess, a few of the stars, or he's talked with them. And he had mentioned on Twitter, he's like, "Where's Ty Dillinger been?" And Road Dogg actually responded and said, we use him to get the fans going in the beginning of the show, and that's part of the reason that he's wrestling in the dark matches. So, I mean, I understand it from that point of view, but, I mean, if you're going to bring a guy up, you at least showcase him on TV.
Well, technically speaking, it's not like they're doing anything different than they did in NXT.
Yeah. Well, he was just a professional loser in NXT
exactly.
pretty much. Yeah.
But people liked him.
It's true.
So, maybe it's just...
But, again...
using him for his strengths.
Yeah.
Well, I think nowadays people put too much value in... wins and losses for what they're going for.
Like Owen said, wins and losses don't matter on SmackDown.
You just get chances no matter what. Yep. Because obviously, and this is something I think Triple H has been quoted to say, everyone has their own place.
Right.
Where they're used or what they need to be used for. So if Ty Dillinger is someone that the crowd is going to be behind no matter what kind of success he has,
he doesn't need to be on.
Why not have him do that? This way you're opening a show to a hot crowd.
Right.
So it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It sucks for the people who want to see him.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, if
they're not doing anything with him, then there's no point. I don't want to see him fight Aiden English every single week.
Exactly. I'd rather not see him at all than see him wasted.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times when they just absolutely waste potential.
It's true.
So I think as long as they have a plan with him in terms of how to use him best, I think that's probably fun.
I mean, this has kind of been SmackDown in a nutshell recently. It's not too much to get excited over. It's just going to kind of flow the way it normally flows.
Yeah.
Nothing's really happened in the last month or so.
Minus the women's Money in the Bank nonsense.
But I mean,
Yeah, it's not a whole
figured it out. That was what was going to happen because it was the only thing that made sense.
Yeah.
And then Corbin winning, that wasn't a huge surprise.
Not at all, no.
And then,
whatever.
Orton Jinder thing, which isn't finished because this was actually a decent promo by Randy. He seemed like he had a lot of intensity and kind of purpose.
Well, we've said this before. It seems like he's actually interested in this.
Right, yeah.
He did not care about Wyatt.
No.
So, and thank God that they split them up, so that's never going to happen again, hopefully.
It's
true. But yeah, he came down the ring, and he said, I'm not leaving until I get what I want, which is a rematch for the title.
Yeah.
And then he said he was going to hunt down Jinder and whoop his ass.
Yeah, no, he's going to beat the holy hell out of him everywhere. Which is funny because Shane comes out and says that he can't threaten the champion. And I'm like, isn't that what everybody does here?
That's true.
Everybody threatens everybody. That's wrestling. So then, Orton basically goes on a rant and then
just sits and waits.
Shane and him talk about their history, and Shane was kind of like, you used the same tactics that Jinder Mahal has used in the past to get what you wanted.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I remember when he was feuding with Triple H, like, Orton broke into his house or something like that. So,
Yeah.
And he also kicks old people. I know, he kicked Stephanie in the head, I think.
Well, that's what Shane was alluding to.
Well, yeah, I know, but he didn't say it.
No, I know, but that's why they got into it. Yeah.
So.
But, yeah, basically he makes the rematch, and Jinder is the one to choose the stipulation, which we all knew where it was going to lead after that.
Punjabi prison match.
Yes. So,
made famous by the Great Khali, one of the best wrestlers ever. I like how they said that he said it was a match.
You need to tell people you're joking.
I am joking. Okay. He's terrible. It was funny
he's
because
huge in India.
Well, of course.
Because, like, when Mahal was on Jericho's podcast, he was going on about what a huge influence Khali was in India.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
a lot of things that don't translate well to American culture.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Anyway, when Mahal was talking about it, he said that it was founded by a great champion.
Yeah.
And I was laughing.
Which is funny because as soon as Jinder announced that it was going to be a Punjabi prison match, they had a package and everything ready to go.
Yeah, almost as if it was planned.
I know, right? Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, silly WWE.
Yeah. Not a surprise here.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is it.
What, with the feud?
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless, like, let's say for argument's sake, Mahal retains and Corbin cashes in the Money in the Bank. Fresh start. Yeah. Corbin feuds with Zayn for the title. SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't think they should go that route.
Here's just throwing.
No. I like your idea, but we have a backstage segment that alludes to something.
Well, later on.
Yeah, with this man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
So we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be much longer.
Nah, but we have Daniel Bryan backstage with AJ.
Yeah.
And
AJ is not happy with the way that Owens conducts his open challenges.
Yes. Yep. And Owens comes in and basically says, "Are you complaining about last week?
Are you talking behind my back?"
Yeah. He said, "Open challenges are for people that I haven't beat already."
Yeah. So it's fair.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And
then it was funny when only from people from Columbus, Ohio, or wherever they were.
Yeah. Yeah, so then they go back and forth insulting each other, as they usually do.
Yeah. AJ called Owens what Ron Burgundy says is the definition of San Diego.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. Daniel Bryan got a kick out of it, too.
Yeah.
And then basically they announced an Independence Day Battle Royal next week for the number one contender for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
So Owens was not very happy about it. That was a stupid idea.
Well, Owens thinks that most ideas are stupid.
I think AJ said, "I don't think that was a stupid idea."
Well, it was a great idea.
You've had dumber or stupider ideas, something like that.
And he told Daniel Bryan that he has good ideas.
Yeah.
All right, so
I thought this part was hilarious.
Okay. When it started, they had Mike and Maria come out and they were introducing themselves. And I was thinking What?
No, I can go through it.
All right. I was thinking to myself, as this was happening, I was going to text you, this is why I hate SmackDown. I was very close to doing it, but like shortly after they started like talking about whatever they were talking about, Sami Zayn's music hits and he just runs right past them.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were out here. I'm so sorry. So
that was great. I like that.
Before we get into this match, so why does JBL not stand behind his heels, being a heel commentator? Is it because he's a bigot before he's a heel announcer?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because the whole thing with him, with Mike taking Maria's last name.
Well, yeah, that was more of a...
No, I know, but I mean, JBL just, I guess she just hates on him.
I don't know.
It was so funny because, I don't remember, somebody wrote about it online, and then they're like, how could this man not be behind another heel? And you see him with, when they were in Germany, and he was doing the Nazi salute.
Oh, yeah.
That GIF? Yeah. So, yeah, this was a decent match with Sami versus Corbin, which was also announced last week.
Yeah.
Nothing too special here. It was It was better than their very quick match from 3 weeks ago?
You're talking about the one where Sami Zayn rolls him up?
Yeah.
And then he gets the shit kicked out of him?
Yeah.
But yeah, Corbin wins with the end of days.
Now, why didn't Mike come out and attack Sami?
Because I don't think they have a plan for them yet.
No, but this would have been the perfect entranceway into their first feud because Sami, it doesn't matter if he wins or loses.
It's true.
He's cheered by the crowd.
It's true.
And to get heel heat, go after somebody who's a very...
There's a chance this could happen next week.
It's true.
Because what might happen is, let's say for argument's sake, at Battleground, which I believe is way too far away.
Yeah, it's like the 20
Okay,
something.
Yeah, because I keep on thinking it's coming up like Great Balls of Fire.
So Great Balls of Fire is the 9th. So the week after it's the 16th, and then it's probably the 23rd. There's usually, a week between it. That's how Money in the Bank and
all right, so
Extreme Rules was.
They could start the feud next week, where the same exact thing happens, except for what you said happens too.
Yeah, okay.
That would make more sense. Yeah. Because usually they, or at least logically speaking, happens once, it's an accident.
Yeah.
Happens multiple times, then you got to do something about it. So that would be my thinking.
That's true.
So if it went that way, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
And as long as they don't actually actively do full skets like that, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because that would have been garbage.
I mean, they just said their name basically, and then that was about it.
Yeah.
Which was perfect for it because it got them showcased on TV, and they got to introduce themselves again.
So it went well.
So we had a Shinsuke interview with Dasha, which I only caught the first half of it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, she said the WWE Universe would love to see Shinsuke versus Corbin.
Which is an odd suggestion.
But I guess just because of what happened at Money in the Bank.
Well,
when he
because
attacked him and everything. Yeah.
So, that would make sense.
And then Shinsuke said that Corbin was dangerous. And then I heard something about fear. So I'm guessing... I don't know what he said in the rest of his interview.
I don't remember either.
I don't know if he said... But maybe Corbin bleeds fear or something like that. Or
something like that.
Yeah.
I would assume.
But yeah, like you said, I think this would set up to a Shinsuke versus Corbin.
Well, I think we kind of had thought this was a possibility coming out of Money in the Bank if Corbin were to cash in on somebody.
Not that it matters, but apparently I think at a house show, Jinder went over Shinsuke.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And then there was another one where Rollins fought Jinder at a house show, but won by DQ. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's odd. Well, they're clearly trying to push him.
And I think it's a couple weeks from now. I guess the last time they're going to be at the Joe. Brock Lesnar's going to fight Baron Corbin.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How the landscape has changed.
A little bit.
Whatever.
Yeah. So up next we had the Money in the Bank Part 2. Or Women's. 2. Yes, Part 2. It wasn't bad.
I think it was better than the first one.
Yeah, it's just you knew when it was going to end because you knew, the time slot.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I was watching with my dad. Mm-hmm. It's like, they better hurry up. There's only 4 minutes left.
That's why I kind of expected them to start the show with this. Because this way you had the women's title match later on. So
someone could cash in, potentially. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't know when it's going to end, but it's 9:50, and I'm like, all right, we still got 10 minutes left. Nobody's going to get it.
Yeah, so that kind of ruins it a little bit. But
a little bit. But yeah, no, it was a good match. The only thing that, again, was when all the women got knocked down, everybody was on the ground. They went to commercial and came back, and they were basically all on the ground still.
Yes, but in different spots.
Yeah, a little moved around.
So, yeah. But basically what happened in this match was, I think it was Becky going up towards the end.
I loved when, I think it was before this, when Carmella was going up and all the other women came in the ring and grabbed the ladder and walked it off to the side.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of good spots with Charlotte and Tamina, where Tamina was underneath the ladder.
Oh, and
she was just kicking it. Yeah.
And then...
what about that splash off the ropes?
That ugly splash?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's no Superfly.
No. She looks like she could be such a good...
She could be.
Like a good heel and stuff like that. But
I think she was never... She's, again, a superstar from a time when the women were really, really treated as...
Yeah, she's been around for a while, right?
So I think she just never had the work in.
Mm-hmm. And every time she's been in the spotlight, it hasn't been good.
Yeah.
Like last week when she just said the same thing that Charlotte said.
Yeah.
There was that kind of, what?
But there was a spot where I want to say it was everybody except for Carmella was trying to climb up on the ladder. So there was 4 people on the ladder. It kind of just falls over.
Yep.
I wonder if that was planned.
I don't know. It didn't look like it was.
I'm like, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah. At least nobody was climbing on the side like AJ was.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy bastard.
So, but yeah, I think Becky was going up. Ellsworth, or no, everyone was down, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Everyone was down. Ellsworth comes from the crowd, tries to throw Carmella into the ring.
Yeah, and then he starts to climb the ladder, and Carmella's kind of looking at him like, no, James, not again.
Yeah.
And so that's when Becky comes up.
Becky came up, and she...
pushed the ladder.
Yeah, well, I think she made sure that he went flying or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was sideways. No, was it it was forward, wasn't it?
It was towards the entrance.
Yeah, and then that's when James kind of landed on the top ropes.
Yeah, on his... between his legs, and he fell out of the ring.
Yep.
And then, was that when Carmella... She must have done something to Becky.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Because I remember there was a spot where Natalya powerbombed Becky, but I think that was earlier.
Right, yeah, and then that was when... Yeah,
I don't remember what Carmella did.
Natalya put Carmella in the sharpshooter, and then Charlotte came in and kicked her, and it was like, why would you do that? Just climb the ladder.
Sure. Anyway, Carmella climbed up the ladder, grabbed the briefcase.
Oh, no. Becky was in the ring, and Carmella grabbed the chair and hit her with it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, Becky was... Okay, because Ellsworth had just got knocked out.
Yes.
Becky was going to start climbing, and then Carmella came in with the chair.
No, I think she hit her, knocked her down, then went out and grabbed the chair, and then started hitting her with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So that shows like an added intensity.
Yeah, desperate heel.
Yeah, to Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's certainly the right person to hold the Money in the Bank right now.
Don't understand why this wasn't the first finish.
Well, yeah. A lot of speculation is that they just want people watching SmackDown.
Oh, no, I understand why they did it.
But yeah, you're right. This should have been the first one where they tease Ellsworth going for it.
It didn't matter. You still did the same thing.
Exactly. The outcome didn't change.
Right. So, So this was...
Yeah.
This was it. But, yep, exactly. So, hopefully we get some progress. I mean, next week is the 4th of July show, so it's probably just going to be a toss-away show.
Well, it's just going to be John Cena.
It's true. Then he's going to announce that he's a free agent and he can run wild on the WWE.
Also, the Battle Royal is going to happen, so you're going to at least have a number one contender.
Yeah.
My guess.
Oh, we will see Dillinger then. He'll probably be in it.
Yeah. And I'm going to guess that AJ is going to win that. Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So. Unless they have Sammy win it and they do Sammy Owens again.
That'd be fine. That would be the second time in 3 years that they wrestled the Battleground, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is a good point.
Actually, no. Was it last year?
No, last year was the draft. That was.
I know, but they also didn't they say that it was
it
was
the last
time?
match. Yeah, you
so
are
right. It might
be
the second time in 2 years. Because I think the year before, Sammy wasn't on the main roster yet.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yes.
So that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yep. So this was our SmackDown review.
Yes. If you liked what you see here, please like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.